Hello, and welcome to Blackphoenix Entertainment. You want to race your Spyder? You want to learn how to drag race this thing and get the most out of it? Let's talk about it. Alright, so here I am in a little section of Mexico, away from everybody, so that way I can show you some tips on how you want to get the most out of your Spyder, and if you want to take it to the drag strip, you'll be ahead of the game. So, first thing that you're going to be doing is launching the Spyder. That's what we call in drag race talk, going from a full stop to a full throttle. It is probably one of the hardest things to do in any sort of drag racing. So now I, as you can see here, don't have a clutch or manual shifter. This is a semi-automatic Spyder. So let me just talk real quick. If you have a manual transmission Spyder, it's going to work the same way as a car or a regular motorcycle. You're going to feather that clutch. You're going to be able to raise the RPMs because you are able to hold the clutch in and be able to launch at the RPM that you want. Now, with an automatic or semi-automatic Spyder, that works a little bit differently. So, I can shift into first gear. We're still not moving. If I do give it a little bit of gas, obviously, it's going to start moving on you. This is where you got to get some traction because you don't want to feather the throttle so much that you're not getting a good launch, and you don't want to just gut it because it's just going to spin on you. Now, if we look at this camera view, see I'm idling at 1500 RPMs. The automatic clutch does not fully engage until 3000 RPMs. So there's still going to be a little feathering there no matter what you're trying to do. That's the Spyder itself and the electronics doing that. Now, I've got my camera there. Couple different ways we can do this. We can do this without touching the brake. We can just feather the throttle and just try to get a good launch out of that. Let me try that and I'll show you guys what this looks like. That was not bad at all. That takes some getting used to. You've got to find that feathering point of, alright, where's the clutch grabbing and how much throttle can I give it without spinning that rear tire? Now, the second way you can do this is holding your foot on the brake and then trying to get the RPMs up enough. As you can see here, it lets me get up to about 2000 before it really starts to want to go. And then you release the brake and do the same thing, you roll on the throttle. I have found this doesn't work 100% well, I guess is the word. I usually end up braking loose doing this rather than just letting off the brake, but I'm going to try it. We're going to see what happens. Now you can see there, I bogged down a lot more on that one. I had the RPMs up over 2000 and let off the brake and the throttle, and it's almost like the clutch didn't know what to do. The clutch was like, I don't know, I'm just going to slip a lot more than I would have whether if you were just starting from idle. So you'll have to play around with, which version of that you want to do. Now, if you just want to do a basic brake stand burnout just for fun, just keep your foot on the brake and smash the gas. And you can shift in a second. Well, now that we've got the launch and the stop from a start, let's talk about when you're actually going. Now, with a semi-automatic Spyder, you're just pushing a button, so you do not roll off the throttle at all when you're going. When you're full throttle, don't let off, just push that button. Now, again, for the manual transmission bikes and Spyders, depending on your setup, you're probably going to have to roll off the throttle. If you've got like a quick shifter or some other aftermarket setup, this all goes out the window, and you're going to have to work with what you got and kind of ride the way that your bike is set up to ride. So, also, where do you shift on the RPM range? As you can see here, this thing revs to like 10,000 RPMs. This is not a stock Spyder. If you follow my channel, I've done a lot of work to this. So I've got a lot more power in the upper RPM range. And I've found that shifting around 8,500 works for me. If you've got a stock Spyder, that power doesn't go up all the way. You're looking at around 7,000 to 7,500 RPM. So I would definitely look at your tune look at what you've got and feel where the power is. You can almost feel where the power drops off. That's where you want to shift. So that way you're in the next gear and you've got enough power to go up to keep banging the gears like that. So we're going to do a little run and show you guys what I'm talking about. All right, so here we go. Here's a full throttle with shifting. And the other thing, when you're at the end of the track or you're at the other end of your pull, do not slam the brakes to slow down. That is not good when you're going that fast. Roll off the throttle, let the bike kind of engine brake a little bit, then very slowly press on the brakes. Do not slam them. Gradually get the brake pressure down so that way you're either rolling to a stop or rolling to the speed that you want to be at. I've seen people slam the brakes at the end of the track, and it's not good. So I know it's not perfect, not the perfect video, but I also don't have access to a track or a dragway to really show you guys what I'm talking about here. So I'm doing what I can with what I got here at Blackphoenix Entertainment. I hope you learned something though. I hope it's something that will be able to help you guys out, you know, that want to either drag race your Spyders or just have a little bit more fun in these machines. And the biggest takeaway that I think you would have from this is do not be afraid to rev the Spyders. Both versions of the Spyder, both engines, the 998 specifically, but also the 1330, there is power to be had in the 1330s, in the, you know, above 5,000, 6,000 RPMs. Rev that thing out to 8,000, 8,500, you know, see how it feels. So again, I appreciate everyone watching this. I hope everyone learned something. I try to make some of my videos at least somewhat educational. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know that I'm doing a good job. While you're down there, subscribe. If you're viewing this for the first time and my channel for the first time and you're not subscribed, it is totally free. You can go down there, hit that little red button, ring that bell. You get notified of all the cool videos that I do. And I also got some cool discount codes down there for Lunafide, which also has some awesome apparel. I suggest you check them out. Could be something that you like. You never know until you check it out. Again, this is season 2, so with all that being said, I must still bid you adieu. So goodbye and good night.